Welcome, everybody, to the morning session of day 4 of F1 preseason shakedown week testing. If you don't know, we're going live for the first 2 hours of testing today and the last 2 hours of testing. We've been doing that all week. So be sure to tune in tomorrow as well. I believe we should have Aston Martin on track for the very first time today. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at some stuff. We were just watching the highlights from yesterday on the Twitch stream. So if you watch on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. I go live just a little bit earlier on Twitch so we can watch the highlights to start off the stream. And then we go live on YouTube to cover everything else. Sup, Lomaji, Philo, Darthinus, JB, Chattier. Is that still there? We'll find out in a second. Oh no, I destroyed the car. Got dropped off yesterday. You got dropped off yesterday? What do you about that? All right. Let's have a scroll through Discord. Starting off with the last bit of news from last night after I ended my stream. Cadillac announced their race suits for the year. What do we think? I think these are fresh. I like them. They're definitely giving American vibes. 2 problems though. One, another black livery, another black looking team. There's just too much black on the grid now. We had too much blue and now we've got too much black. I'm getting sick of it. But I really love the Cadillac down the leg. I really love this design down this side. But it's just very plain. And I know some people are like, I like this. But to me, a racing team is about the sponsors, about the stickers. And like, I think a cap looks really good with just one big sponsor in the middle. But this really lacks without sponsors on it. It looks super duper plain. But I don't think it's bad. I think the Cadillac uniform was really nice, to be honest. What's up, Cat? One of the stream. They should have added more gold to their colors. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't capitalize on the gold, because there's no one that's yellow on the grid. It pisses me off. Ferrari running today, they should be. Yeah, no, they'll have to. Yeah, they'll have to if they want to maximize all 3 days. Yeah. Fresh, it's just black. It's boring. I mean, fresh in the sense of like, it's just clean. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's go to Jordian. Do not go to Discord. Why? Nike return. People keep talking about Nike. They were just wearing Nike shoes. Like, when a team doesn't have a sponsor, they still have to pick out a shoe for team kit. And I guess Cadillac just chose Nike Jordans for their team kit this year. This is so funny. So Max Verstappen obviously was in the car on Tuesday, and then after seeing Hadja crash and knowing that they wouldn't go out on Wednesday, Max decided to fly back home and stream. Who knows? Maybe he's not at the track today either, but still funny that he just flies home. Private jet life, right? So it's telling me if anything happens to the Red Bull drivers, the forces of Japan are going to take shape. F1 2026 reserve drivers. Okay, so McLaren have O'Ward, Fornaroli, and Vashaw. Mercedes have Pan and Vesti. Ferrari have Giovinazzi, Kamara, and Bogdanovic. All right, so let's. If I had to pick a driver to replace it, let's say someone gets sick. Who am I picking? Tough one. I feel like I'd pick O'Ward, most experience, but I'd probably go with Fornaroli. Give him a shot. Oh, I don't know. It's tough. It depends. It depends. If I was in a championship fight, I'm picking Fatto. If I'm in a not in a championship fight, I'm picking Fornaroli. Mercedes, I'm picking Vesti. Ferrari, again, like, you know, do you go Giovinazzi? You give one of the young guys a shot. And this is also a tough one because obviously Bogdanovic has more experience than Kamara, but Kamara is arguably maybe already overtaken Bogdanovic in terms of like skills. So I don't know, I'd probably go Kamara. Red Bull, Tsunoda or Wasa. I mean, again, like, do you give a Wasa a shot or do you go for Yuki who's already driven the car? Probably go Yuki here. Williams, you got Browning, Bartens, and Turvey. Turvey? I don't know who that is. I'd go Browning. Aston Martin, you got Van Dorn and Crawford. I'd go Van Dorn, the experience in the car already. Audi have their young driver Slater. He wouldn't even be able to drive an F1 car. Haas have Doohan and Hirakawa. I'm going to go Hirakawa for that. Alpine have Aaron, so I'm going to pick Aaron for that. And Cadillac have Zhou, Herta, Fittipaldi, Pagano. I didn't even realize they signed Pagano. Oh, he was in that Cadillac, but he wasn't he? And Eastwood. What country is that? Yeah, if I'm Cadillac, I am probably giving Herder a shot, to be honest. Yeah, I'll probably give Herder a shot. Alpine only has one reserve driver this year. Oh my god. Fornaroli probably. Wait, Doohan joined Haas. Wait, is Doohan at Haas? Wait, is this Cap? Wait, I don't. Wait, my brain only just registered that. Doohan at Haas? I didn't know that. No, I don't think that's true. Doesn't have super license points either. Isn't Pagano more of an advisor? Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, I think this isn't really accurate because I don't think Freddie Slater's a reserve. He's just a development driver. Same with Kamara. Same with this guy. Same with these guys. I don't know. Weird. Anyways, all set for the shakedown. Esteban arrived at the track last night to drop off the car. Let's see if it's ready to go out on track today. Stop. He added a dash to make it look like a 41. So this is what Arvid Lindblad's logo used to look like. A-L. And then he added a dash. So it looks like Arvid Lindblad, but a 41. Kind of cool, but it looks too much like a 41 now. Unless like an AL. But still. I like it. I like it. We saw that interview from Lando already. What's this Mercedes man got to say? Andrew Chauvelin of Mercedes. Okay. They're getting cocky. They're getting cocky. Mileage were a bit ahead of where we hoped to be. Today, the car worked faultlessly. We're actually losing more track time from other people breaking down and causing red flags than anything on our side. We're going to get stuck into a bit of setup work on the final day, trying to explore what we can do with the tools available, trying to get the car dialed in a bit better. So working on as well the softer range of tires. I guess he's not wrong. I guess he's not wrong. Dr. Raw Obbs has put out his analysis of the McLaren. If someone wants to give a dumbed down version of that, that'd be fantastic. Landon also the 2026 car. It's a bit of a step slower in terms of cornering speeds. In terms of acceleration and straight line speed, it probably feels quicker than it did last year. You have a bit more to understand from the battery and the power unit. Interesting. It's weird how it's slower in the corners but quicker on the straights. The MCL40 also features this serrated shark fin like we've seen on the SF26. Oh yeah. So 2 teams opting for that. What does that even achieve? What's the benefit of having that instead of a straight line? That's cool, though. I'm so scared. What if Cadillac asked me to be a reserve driver? Chris Martin's also a reserve Alpine. Yeah, okay, that graphic was fucking poo then. Imagine if Honda is much faster than all. Imagine. I doubt it, though. Adequate. Thank you for the follow. McLaren's Rob Marshall on 77 laps for Lando Norris in the MCL40. From a design perspective, the new regulations have been a massive task, so it was a great moment to see it roll out of the garage for the first time. We've been able to get more holistic understanding of the car's systems and seeing how components interact in a trackside condition, as well as getting important driver feedback. Now that Lando has physically driven the car, this foundational knowledge will help us when we come to Bahrain, where we'll focus more on dialing the car in. Overall, it's been a good day, and we look forward to seeing Oscar in the car tomorrow. Haha, so much low-key arrogance in these quotes. Well deserved, though. That car is like a spinning top. Max, buddy, you okay there? What is this? What? That was literally a normal reaction. Isaac returned to garage after crashing and testing. I swear this video is going to be deep fried in a few years. It's been used too much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you get deja vu? What is this? Suck. Is this the point of the season right now? We're reaching that far. Shakedown 3 results. So Russell put in a quicker time than Hadjar, and then Antonelli went even quicker. And Lando Norris posted up a very nice time. They're quick. The Mercedes-powered engines are quick.
They're probably already focusing on next year's car because they're so far ahead. They don't have to make any changes to this year's car anymore because they're so far ahead. He's cruising at 100 points ahead of us.
Okay, this popped up on my TikTok feed. I thought it was pretty interesting. So this was 2022. This is the 2022 season. the first year after the regulation change, and this is what Lewis had to say about Red Bull.
They're probably already focusing on next year's car because they're so far ahead. They don't have to make any changes to this year's car anymore because they're so far ahead. He's cruising at 100 points ahead of us, and I think the FIA should probably put a time when everyone's allowed to start developing on the next year's car. So August 1st, that's when everybody can start, so that no one can get an advantage on the next year, because that sucks.
Or we weren't talking about that when he was winning his championships, right? So I don't think we should now. That's how Formula One works. When you have a competitive car, yeah, it's great. But at one point, of course, you also have to look ahead to the year next. But I mean, it's normal, of course, people behind us say these kind of things, but that's how it goes in Formula One.
Yeah, I remember this era of Mercedes.
I mean, it's normal, of course.
This era of Mercedes really pissed me off because, they spent years being like, this team, that team, like, oh, all they do is just talking shit about us, blah 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 blah. Like they don't, like they're just crying basically because everyone was like attacking them, which you should do in a sport. You should be like trying everything in your power to try like get a team, like appeal a team or this, that, and the other. And then as soon as they weren't the quickest car, they just started crying about Red Bull, and it was just like, what? I don't know. I don't get it. So yeah, I don't know. If you're at the top, I think you got to understand that people are going to come after you. Just like Lewis is coming after Max here. But when you're at the top, don't sit around being like, fuck these guys. Like, just accept it. That's what happens when you're at the top. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand Lewis's logic. Like here, so he's basically saying like, you shouldn't be allowed to work on next year's car during that season. There should be like a time, like August. You can't start working on it till August. But then it doesn't matter if it's August, July, April. Red Bull still have the advantage because they've already got a quicker car and a quicker base car to work with. So like, I don't really get his point. I don't think it changes anything. If anything, you're limiting teams like yourself from being like, fuck 2022. Let's focus on 2023. So I don't really get his point, to be honest. Prime salty Mercedes. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were doing in 2022. Who do you think will be a very strong driver due to the engine changes? Due to the engine changes, it's hard to tell. I think the drivers who like to like analyze data and like learn will do the best. Each of those cuts creates a vortex and they can use them, for example, direct the airflow where they want. Interesting. Okay. McLaren's front wing is probably one of the best designed out there. Plus push rod configuration helps a lot with cutting through air and producing outwash dirty air, along with probably providing more feel in the front suspension, which Lando loves. Interesting. How do you guys know this shit? The MC is using number 1 on the cars. Max driving the MC. Wait, what? Everyone cries about the fastest car in F1. Lol, Williams doing this and still behind. Like, Williams break everything. True. But I've never really liked Lewis because he's always complaining with my friends here that they're saying that I should support him because I'm black. And I'm like, no, he whines too much. I guess that's your opinion, right? That's your opinion. I think some people like Lewis's calm. Like, everyone likes different personalities, right? Some people like Lewis's calm kind of PR kind of attitude, and some people think it's fake, and some people are kind of in the middle about it. Some people love Max's I'll do anything to win attitude, and some people fucking hate it. So yeah, you support who you want, King. You support who you want. Bro was on the stream earlier than me, getting up for my 8 to 4. Got you on the other on for the day while working. Hell yeah, Zai Leroux. Hell yeah. It's kind of funny though. I was gonna say. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. What is this? I don't watch Dragon Ball Z. What the fuck? Who the hell was that? Was that Signs? Who the hell was that? Is that Yuki? Okay, that is definitely George. Albon. Lando. I've had enough of that. You know ball. If I see, I don't want to see pointless, random Dalai Lama photos today. They need to be funny, they need to be original, and they need to be reeled in. All right? They all have the same HP to me. Mercedes and Red Bull have reportedly found a way to gain more HP. Okay. A special day for the team, seeing the MCL 40 roll out for the first time. I think it's the point is the teams will still work on their cars throughout the year. Thank the Lord for the Puma deal. Oh, they haven't cooked with the race suits. Shark, same with the follow. Do you actually think running so far actually matters? No idea on fuel use modes. Well, you're not looking at the timings, but you look at reliability and like who's doing the most laps and who's got the most understanding for the car. Basically, the quicker the car goes, the better understanding of the car. You might not look at a 119 or whatever it is, 118 from Mercedes and be like, that's quick, they're the quickest. But you're going to look at it and be like, wow, they're the quickest to get up to speed. Like McLaren setting a 118 yesterday, 119 yesterday, instantly makes you go like, oh shit, like they're up to speed quickly. You know what I mean? The older I get, the more I dislike Max and Piastri's no bullshit talk. I really dislike the fake PR bullshit. Yeah, it gets old quick, if I'm being honest. It gets old very, very quick. I think the best way to put it, right, is there's drivers who, or there's people, this goes for any sports athlete to be fair. There's people out there who are very PR. And PR is great when you are only in the broad media, right? So a casual fan who just watches the news or just sees the odd clip on TikTok or just watches the odd interview highlights, whatever, right? You're gonna be loved by the majority, right? But I think after a while, like your PR can only get you so far. If you are being fake, the real people who really care about the sport, the people who are around you, will see that. We'll see that because they are obsessed with the sport. They see everything, and they're gonna see you. You're gonna see your fakeness. And like, you know, I know people who've worked at F1, worked for different teams, worked in different things like that. And like the amount of times you hear like their least favorite driver that they've worked with is a very loved driver by the general public, versus the drivers who aren't loved that much are always the ones that people are like, he was the nicest to work with. You know what I mean? It's always the opposite. It is always the opposite. And I think it does come down to fake versus real. But yeah.
Bye.
He's locked in right now. I ain't gonna lie, when you've got 400 targets to shoot at, I don't think it would be very hard to hit a couple, but he's locked in, I guess. He's locked in. Haas has elected to skip running at the penultimate day of the test before returning to action on Friday. Ollie Behrman suffered 2 mechanical problems yesterday, one of which was minor, the other which required a bit more work. All right, so we'll see Haas tomorrow. I think the point is for teams who are still working on their cut. I read that. World Champion Hotline guy. Fairly sure MC will just use the current livery design, but all the gloss black will be orange. If that's the case, that would be kind of hot, but I don't think they're going to change the livery that much. In my opinion, every driver is pretty PR. It's just the way that they do it. It makes it different. Yeah, true. JV also said that no one actually knows the weight of the FW48, as they wouldn't know until it hits the track. So all the numbers being thrown around is speculation. Yeah, I mean, that you always take those rumors with a grain of salt, right? X-Max people always say Max is lovely, and most F1 fans know except the randomers. Exactly. When everyone was wearing masks, you should see how expressive Lewis was with his eyes. Can't fake that. Wait, what? Expressive with his eyes? What's the weather? Sunny or rainy? I think it's sunny on track. Our plan, what is this? The plan is for Stroll to drive today and Fernando tomorrow, although nothing is confirmed. Sky Sports UK. If that's the case, I'll miss seeing Fernando, but I'll get to see AMR 26. You can't have everything in life. Poor man's put in all that work this week. It doesn't even get to see Fernando on track. Shov really said, you guys' skills issues are hindering my team.
Expected to be at this shakedown in
This is the quote, but in video form.
Gathered and so on.
Well, mileage were a bit ahead of where we'd hoped to be, so that's good. I mean, you normally expect to have a few teething problems, the odd reliability thing that costs you track time. Today, the car worked faultlessly. We're actually losing more track time from other people breaking down and.
I don't know, risky saying stuff like that could come bite you in the ass. Green flag on the circuit. Mercedes on track for their final testing day. Red Bull back to rolling after missing yesterday's session. Wow, Red Bull out on track today, not opting to go out on Friday. I guess they wanted that extra day to be able to work on the car, get all the information they can as early as possible. Cadillac and Ferrari are also there. This is what I find interesting, right? Is McLaren opted to miss the first 2 days of testing. Ferrari missed the first day of testing. Who else missed the first day of testing? Was it just them? When you look at teams like Williams and VCARB, not VCARB. Oh, RB. Wait. I think VCARB, not RB. Well, it says Red Bull. Anyways. What was I going to say? What was I saying? I hate this song, but I'm going to let it keep playing. Oh, I think he's updated it now. No. Oh, yeah. So you look at Williams. They missed testing by a couple of days. Aston missed testing by a couple of days. These couple of days are very important. So why didn't everyone show up to this test, go out for the first 3 days, test their car, and then they have 2 extra days to work on their car and and get their car sorted before the next preseason test? I don't understand kind of why they're spreading out these days so much, or like why McLaren opted for the last 3 days of the test. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I guess there's reasons for everything, but yeah. All right, we're going to first look at a car out on track today. Cadillac, Mercedes, Ferrari, VCARB. Okay, yes, he meant VCARB then. Cadillac's back out on track. First time since day 1.
Mercedes.
Oh.
Cadillac.
Baby, where the hell is my husband? This was apparently wrong and he meant VCARB, right? Okay. Is Claire back in charge? What, of Williams? No. Because it rained on Tuesday and that's why Merck skipped, for example, right? Can you recommend me a haircut and don't say buzz? I don't know. It depends on what you look like, to be honest. I don't know what to recommend, man. I ain't the guy. I ain't the guy for that. But I mean, thinking logically, there's no way Williams don't know the weight of their car, their own car, man, or the printed parts and CADs. Yeah, we don't really know until you put it all together sometimes. And parts are always changing. That's very true, to be fair. I met a bloke who works at V8 Supercars now a while ago who used to work with Jules Bianchi through F2 at the beginning of his career. Said he was the nicest bloke ever. If he crashed the car, used to stay behind all night with the mechanics and stay there to help repair it, clean it, whatever was needed. Yeah, exactly. There's so many stories that people don't know, and it just depends what the media chooses to show, you know what I mean? It's nearly time to see Ponden's TikTok. Ponden's TikTok? Wait, what? Is Ferrari engine really made up of steel? Made up of steel? I don't think we know what it's made up of. How's it going? No peanuts from the stream. Where's Newey at? Yeah, I'm waiting for. I'm looking forward to seeing the Aston on track for the very first time. Let's keep scrolling. Maybe we have seen it on the track. What is this? What is this? Green flag on the circuit. Mercedes on track for their final testing day. Oh, we literally just read that. Quick, Zach is coming. Cheers, mate. Here's your Tim Tam. What? Red Bull will also not be driving today in Barcelona as expected. Yeah, after Hedges crashed, they're still waiting for new/replacement parts from Milton Keynes, which are expected to arrive later today. The team therefore hopes to still drive with Verstappen tomorrow. If Max doesn't get time tomorrow, yikes. Hamilton crashes the car and spins out on the first lap of the day. Yeah, he crashed, guys. He crashed, but still, a spin. A spin on the first lap. What is that? Is that cold tires or is that a skill issue? Cold tires or a skill issue? There's some talk regarding the material which the power units are using. Apparently, the low compression ratio is because Ferrari's power unit is using steel. Everyone else is using aluminum. Ferrari's using steel for its power unit parts, which is way heavier. Right. 20 Rusty, what's up, dude? Tactical spin. My face shape is kind of round. I'm F1. I would love to suggest a haircut, but I other than trolling, I can't give you an actual answer. I don't know. Go for a wolf cut, bro. Go for a wolf cut. It's time to see Ponden's cold dancing. F1 manager R crash. Yeah, wait. It is kind of like an F1 manager crash where you just spin slowly and keep going. Lewis Hamilton had a small off on testing today. Who's this Rainmaster? Wait, is this the actual suit? No. Oh, this is a... Bro does lock him when it's wet, though. Bro does lock him when it's wet, though. Audi driver rumors. Ooh. Driver rumors already? In 2026? According to Blick. Who the fuck's Blick? Gabriel Bortoleto is on Ferrari's wish list for 2027. The Brazilian rookie impressed with his performances in a struggling Sauber last season. He also speaks fluent Italian. A natural fit with the Ferrari culture. Interesting. I wouldn't mind Bortoleto at Ferrari, although I think that would be pretty tough for Behrman to be a part of the Ferrari development driver program, have arguably a better season than Bortoleto, and then get jumped by him. But I wouldn't mind Bortoleto at Ferrari, to be honest. Yeah. How do you spin there going so slowly? It would have been cold tires. Would have been cold tires. By the way, are we calling all 2026 crashes small offs? Yeah, that's going to be a meme now for the rest of the year. We're going to have like a huge shunt and then someone's going to be like, just a small off. Ducky Gamer, they were the follow. I'm not any Lewis fan, but far out. Must feel pretty shit to have people basically already quietly suggesting the fact you're not there for 2027. I think it's more just the fact that like people know that if the car's bad, Lewis will probably retire. So they're starting to look at other options and stuff like that. Bad Bortoleto in a few years. It would be a bagger though. True. Red Bull's $1 billion ads.
Saw him heading straight towards the mountains, some 70 kilometers away. But why?
Yo, why does that look so real?
I saw him heading...
The fuck? More photos and more evidence already in the first minutes of Thursday. Mercedes and Racing Bulls are already at the Circuit Catalunya. Are they the two most beautiful cars? They both got aero rakes on the car. I haven't seen Mercedes with an aero rake yet, so interesting that it took until today for them to chuck them on. This needs to stop! We kind of popped off though. We kind of popped off to be fair, but this needs to stop. I've had enough. See, this is Dalai Lama. Listen to me. I know you're watching. I don't know which one of you it is in chat. But listen to me. This is funny. This is good. This is original. Stop posting the same shit over and over again. Like this. Dalai Lama very careful. The MR26 expected on the track in the next few hours, driven by Stroll, with Alonso taking the wheel tomorrow. The next few hours? The next few hours? What do you mean the next few hours? It should be on track, ready to go right now. Wow. Cadillac are currently on track in Barcelona. Back, finally, on the track. After not being on track since Monday. Comparing the flaws of the McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull, the McLaren doesn't appear to have the same obvious hole in the fuse as the other three. Hole, no hole. I mean, it's kind of a hole there. I don't know. Team kit sponsors for 2026. So Ferrari, Puma. Puma is Ferrari, McLaren, and Aston. Adidas is Mercedes and Audi. Castor is Red Bull, Alpine, and Haas. Hugo is Racing Bulls, New Era is Williams, and Tommy Hilfiger is Cadillac. Tommy Hilfiger as the merch sponsor is kind of crazy considering Tommy Hilfiger is a, not luxury, but like a high-end clothing brand. Community engaged for Ponden is off the Dalai Lama scale, yeah, honestly. Getting down with the Dalai. This is a huge small offer term on. Stop. I've seen this photo 1,400 times. Stop. Okay, so we're going to be sitting here waiting for the Aston today, I reckon. Over here, we can already see the Cadillac going by, which is on track on Thursday. Holy jump scare. We looked at that yesterday. Auto can reveal that in the first few days, not everything went according to plan. The Red Bull powertrain power unit was affected by excessive overheating compared to expectations, and this forced the engineers to adopt conservative solutions in terms of cooling, especially at the rear. Oscar Piastri's on track at McLaren today for his first drive. Let's see how Piastri goes. Is something stopping the team from doing this? Like, let's imagine this was viable. Is there anything stopping the team from doing this? Young Wilcox over the follow, dude. How you doing, bro? What's up, Den? I'm doing good, dude. Why wouldn't RB bring spare parts to the Shakedown? Is it illegal or something? Because there's no way they would expect crashes. Many reasons, actually. You probably wouldn't expect a crash in testing, especially a crash like that. Yeah, they'd probably bring a couple spare suspension, but bringing a whole spare rear wing and like all that rear, it'd be rare to crash in testing at the speeds they're going at a track like Spain. Two, yeah, it is likely they didn't bring spare parts because there's no point making multiple parts. So like if let's say a rear wing costs, how much does a rear wing cost to make? 200k, 400k? It's quite expensive. Why make 400,000 pounds worth of rear wings if you're just gonna bin that spec off next week anyway? So they kind of make it by part at this stage when they don't know 100% what kind of they want to go for. So yeah, it's a lot to do with the money and the development that, you know, there's no point making multiple parts for a part you're not going to use. Overheating in this weather is crazy. Ford overheating. Bird strike changes with that airbox. Overheating is due to reduced side pods, maybe. Maybe a height limit for the pits. Won't have a spare tub either. No way. Yeah. The black hole will attract a lot of things. Give me a $5, I'll make a rear wing out of bits of me shed. Okay. Wait, who crashed for Audi? No, Audi didn't crash. That was an AI image. Fry F1. You like big airbox? I can't lie. The fuck am I looking at? Why don't drivers celebrate anymore? We just get a boring. Bring the celebrations and the care back, please. Alright, we've caught up on everything. I think we just gotta wait for Aston Martin to come out on track now. Let's wait to see this Aston. I'm excited. I will not be ending the stream until the Aston comes out on track. So please, Aston, don't take too long. Something for a good time. What the fuck? I open up Instagram and I'm like, why have I got some high school girls on my profile, on my fucking feed? And then I realized that's Joanne Seconti, the F1 Academy driver. First day. I feel fucking old, bro. I feel old when I see that shit. How are these F1 Academy girls still like halfway through high school? Wait until the day we can send images in Twitch chat. No, I do not want that day. I do not want that day. What's up with Aston? So Aston arrived at the track last night, but they're still not going to come out for a couple days. Couple hours, it seems. Lindblad is 18. That's what I mean. It's like, ooh. How is Lindblad 6 years younger than me, man? Hamilton spun under basically zero load. Maybe surge of electric power, maybe. Or it could just be it was too cold out. You feel uncle ready? Wait until they can send voice notes in chat. Should we just watch the Lewis spin on repeat? Aston Martin has warned the other teams that when they first go on track, they will do so with a speed limit. Okay. The McLaren MCL40 is impressive. Suspension never seen. The McLaren MCL40 has debuted with a groundbreaking front suspension design crafted by Peter Prodromau, Rob Marshall, and Neil Howdy. This innovation has rendered previous models obsolete, even influencing competitors like Ferrari. The new front suspension shifts from a pull rod to a push rod system, aligning with the aerodynamic regulation of the front wing setup. The upper triangle is inclined to direct airflow towards the car's bottom and radiator openings. A notable feature is the lower rear arm, which extends towards the car's bottom, creating a misalignment with other elements. This design aims to maximize the shortened wheelbase regulations, bringing wheels closer together. Interesting. Where's the Lewis Hamilton spin? Here it is. What do you think about the McLaren Shakedown livery? I love it. I really do like the McLaren Shakedown livery. Tires are cold, I guess, because he spun after coming out of the pitch. Yeah, it was his first lap. F1 drivers born in 2007 is mad. Yeah, we got a 2010 driver on the F1 grid now. We've got a 2010 born driver in F1 Academy now. A new sensation. Is there also footage of Hedges crash? Yeah, we do have footage, but it was kind of far away. It is over. Alright. 2010 to like 14 or something. Well, it's 2026, so that would be this 16. I want to see what Adrian's cooking up. Yeah, this would be the last new car we'll see, and then it will just be Williams after that. It will just be Williams. Ugh. OOs feel like oldies now. The fuck? Yeah, imagine how the 90s feel. LOL. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, just kind of waiting for some more stuff to come out now. Best AOT edit you'll ever see, Ponden. This better be F1 related. This better be F1 related.
Rage has fallen. The anguished fallen. Their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them. And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us. Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out.
This is not F1. This is not F1. I like Attack on Titan, but come on, bro. Come on. Lance Shaw is scheduled to drive today. We saw that. All right. While we wait for some more news to come out, let's do something I wanted to do yesterday, which was let's have a scroll. Let's have a scroll of the F1 Reddit at the top posts on the F1 Reddit. I got the new sensation. All right. Internet Anarchist was in our YouTube chat yesterday, and he was like, you should scroll the best posts on the Formula 1 Reddit. What an amazing idea. This is why he's a famous YouTuber. Anyways, let's have a look at the top post ever on Reddit. Top of all time. What is the #1 post? 100,000 upvotes. If you could eliminate a race within the year, which would it be and why? 100K? What? From my perspective, and it's not going to be a popular one, but it would have to be Monaco. As years have gone by, it's become too much of a procession/parade than a race for me. Not enough space or opportunities to overtake on the circuit. Make it more of a team tactics battle rather than a race. I do like the addition of some of the recent circuits, such as Singapore and Azerbaijan, as they have great opportunities for overtaking with some smart planning on the driver's part. Front page, I'm so sorry to all confused. Some of you requested I make a post on Tifu about this, so here you go. I'm in disbelief at this post being #1. What? How do I make it? How do I get dark? How do I get dark theme? How do I get dark theme? Happy? Are you happy? Happy now? How is that the #1 post on Reddit? Anyways. The story of Charles Leclerc broke my heart. Just a week before my father died, I lied to him saying I had to sign with Ferrari. I had signed with Ferrari. Not for 2018, but for 2019. Obviously, I hadn't done it, but I promised that I would have given everything to achieve this goal. My mother said to me, this is so not good, Charles. You shouldn't lie to him. But I knew he would have left us within the next week. He himself knew he was at the end. To give him one last satisfaction, I told him I had signed. I remember the tears in his eyes. From that day on, I took the remorse with me. Then when I accidentally signed up, it was the first thing I thought of. I didn't lie that day. Damn. Tears to the eye. Max Verstappen wins the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I bet the comments on this one are so good. Toto waiting for Messi in the parking lot. Another day, another Sainz podium overshadowed by something else. We went car racing. Toto is going to fucking murder Messi. Lewis's dad congratulating Max and Yosh behind the scenes as big wholesome vibes. Surprised Toto's desk is still in one piece. Toto, no, Michael, no. Will be a great clip for the archives. Let me guess. It was Mikey. He said Mikey. Okay. Pierre Gasly wins the 2020 Italian Grand Prix. How are these the top posts, bro? Sir Lewis Hamilton is made a knight bachelor by the Prince of Wales at Windsor Castle. Fairs, thank you for support. Thank you for your support, Reddit. Here's a shot for you of Pierre Gasly in his room, catching up on all the messages. What the fuck? Did no one have anything to do in during COVID era? How are these the top posts? What the fuck? Ricardo with words of encouragement for a bullied kid. Is it got taken down? Can I just take a moment to say bullying is not okay? My 10-year-old son is at the breaking point due to bullying. They stole him and stamped on his head his McLaren hat, one of his favorite things, and left him looking like this. And then Daniel responded, sorry to hear this, but don't stress, buddy. Makes you look tough. Bullies the weak ones. Don't forget that. I'll sort you out with a new hat and some other goodies. Stay up, little homie. Respect, respect. Respect from Daniel. Not gonna lie, Bud looking like Gasly. Okay, bro. Okay. I mean, Sainz podium Qatar was overshadowed by McLaren's stupidness last year. Yeah, and then he lost. He got his first podium. He wasn't even on the podium in Brazil 2019 because of the whole fuckery. He told us he's signed for Ferrari. This is such a throwback. Yeah, these are so many throwbacks here. Danny Ricciardo wins the 2021 Italian Grand Prix. Vettel already took his decision. He does not want to take part in the Russian Grand Prix. In his opinion, it has to be cancelled. Did he end up racing it anyway? I feel like he ended up racing it anyway. Lewis Hamilton on Instagram. He Roscoe died on Sunday evening. 55. Damn, these posts get what? I swear, I was expecting like funny videos, insane clips. It's just news. It's just like, what do you call it? Like, it's just news. Lewis Hamilton's helmet for design for the Qatar Grand Prix. That's such a terrible photo. Surely we could have picked a different photo. Qatar broadcast. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties, so the broadcast will only be in black and white this weekend. Lewis to miss out on World Drivers' Championship fight because he's in jail. He and Seb are going nuts with the platform they have this year, and I do love to see it. At the back, it says, "We stand together. Respect." I do love this helmet. I've got a mini helmet. My only mini helmet is this helmet. And people say I'm a Lewis hater. No, I love this helmet. I love the... First off, the design of the helmet is one of, if not my favorite helmet designs ever. Let me go grab the helmet real quick so you can see it. Here it is. My only mini helmet that I own. Lewis Hamilton's 2021 Pride helmet from the 3 Middle East races at the end of the 2021 season. Maybe it should sit here on my desk. Yo, it's kind of fire. But yeah, I'm a Lewis hater, guys. I'm a Lewis hater. The only Lewis hater with a Lewis mini helmet. I can't even see it on the screen. But yeah, anyways, that helmet, it's one of my favorites for multiple reasons. I love the design. I love the color pop. I love when a rainbow like perfectly mixes with like a good design. Like I think rainbow looks so cool when it's integrated well. So from a design standpoint, I think it's sick. Secondly, the it being the 2021 helmet in those last 3 races, which were 2 of my favorite races in the sense of like the hype and the Saudi, like Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, the end of the season. I do want to get Max's helmet at one point. That was the reason I bought this as well, was because I wanted like Max and Lewis's helmets like facing each other. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Considering I'm a Max fan and I love this helmet. But the third reason is I just think it's really amazing that Lewis went to the Middle East races where, obviously, I don't know what correct word to use, but like LGBTQ, stuff isn't really supported there. And he was like, fuck it, I'm going to rock a rainbow helmet. And I think that's, I don't know, I just really respect that Lewis doing that. So I think all 3 things combined, I just love that helmet so much. So, yeah, I think it's a banger. So that's why I decided to get into mini helmet form. Lewis is rock and roll as fuck. Woke flag helmet. Okay, bro. Anyone saw the Aston yet? Aston's not out on track just yet. Who's on track today? We've got Cadillac, we've got Alpine, we've got VCarb, we've got... Is it Mercedes on track again? Ferrari and McLaren, and we should have Aston on track. Ponden reactions in Chris's video are meme worthy. I don't see many memes of myself. You guys need to get better on the memes. Yeah, McLaren are. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll look at Formula Dank afterwards as well. Good shout. But anyways, yeah, my only mini helmet. I love it. I love it so much. It's such a good looking helmet. And again, like when I see this, I just think of 2021 season and it just instantly brings back good memories. Maybe not for Lewis fans, but it brings back good memories for me. Although, I might need to scrape that logo off. I'm joking, of course I'm joking. What the fuck? It's so dusty. At the moment that helmet sits on a TV cabinet. Right by the TV. Ran into Alonso while walking my cat. Okay. Starting today, we are banning Twitter/X content on Formula One. We urge all journalists, creators, photographers, and other TV F1 personalities to also make their content available on alternative platforms. 348 starts, 1,873 points, 103 podiums, 21 wins, 1 World Drivers' Championship. Congrats on an amazing career, Kimmy. Yeah, okay, so a lot of these posts are literally just news. Nico Hulkenberg wins, gets podium at the British Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc wins the Bahrain 2022 Grand Prix. Nick de Vries finishes in the points on his debut race. 51k? What? Bottas out-qualified Russell in his first quali with Alfa Romeo. What? How's this shit going? No, I'm done. I'm done with this Reddit. We're going to Formula Dank. First, though, let's look at top of the month. Red Bull, 27k. God damn. Alex getting engaged. Max and Checo trading helmets. TGR Haas is 2026. VF 26. Okay. It's literally just news. I thought there'd be cool stuff, man. I wanted to see more like, you know, like the Alonso Cat thing. I wanted more stuff like that, man. Also, what is happening to my music today? That's better. All right, let's go to Formula Dank. All right. What's top of the day? So you're saying there is a chance. Frank Copeland has a chance to make history in the 2026 F1 season. The Argentine only has to win the next 106 races to surpass Lewis Hamilton. Okay. I feel like a lot of this stuff I'm not going to find funny, especially when the photo is Spinotto. I don't think I'm going to find many of this stuff funny, but let's have a look. I tried the sad face Snapchat. How is this number one? I tried the sad face Snapchat filter on the F1 intro. Like, what? Fuck Formula One. Stadium super trucks are my best friend. Do you know what track this is? Do you know what track this is? This is my home track, the Gold Coast 500. It's a shame they don't do this anymore, the Gold Coast 500. But super trucks is sick.
The good thing, this is the last race in Australia for these trucks because they're going to need some TLC.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm flying all kinds of crooked right now. The white flag is out. This is the last and final lap.
Down the chicane again. Pinches the right front through the Gold Coast chicane. The two tracks.
This is so fun to watch.
Look at him on the final lap here.
Oh my goodness. These guys are just wide open right now, just out on their own. Toby Price and
this is the feeder series for Australian supercars. Imagine this before an F1 race.
On the back of it.
Wow!
Right now, Traxxas and Traxxas back and forth right here in the front. What a battle.
Holy
I
shit!
can't lie to you, Matt Nolte. I'm a little nerved up going into this jump section.
You are. Stand back. Through they come. High-speed approach across the track.
Holy shit!
From Brabham. He had to do it, and now he's right on the back of the 2015 champ. Make or break moment here.
No fear whatsoever from these two young Traxxas drivers. Brabham to the inside, smoke off both of their tires. Bump on 3 wheels right now. Headed towards the checkered flag. Only a few turns left to go, Matt.
This is banging.
So he's got a couple of chances. It'll be the run out of here and down to the Castro.
Is the track still? That's the street circuit. The Gold Coast is every year.
Time right against the wall. A race for the ages here at Surface Paradise. He locks the brakes again. He's trying to defend the bottom line. And now Brabham tries to switch back.
Brabham tries to go to the inside. 3 wheels, a good fills. They bring it down to the checkered flag. Traxxas on Traxxas. One last chicane. I'm expecting some huge...
These things are crazy. About 8 miles of suspension travel. Honestly, it's one of those things where, like, because this is, like, I don't think many people know about this, and the only reason I know about it is because it is literally the feeder series. Not the feeder series, sorry. It's the support race before supercars at the Gold Coast 500. But yeah, it's so fucking sick. F1 really needs rats. What's up, biggest Bennis? How's it going, dude? Some as well, Chris. Have you searched yourself on these F1 subreddits? I searched Chris and found myself. No, I haven't. Okay, we'll do that after. I know I posted one video of myself on Reddit, but then it got taken down because it was a YouTube link. So they'd rather me embed my video into Reddit rather than link it to my YouTube video. I don't know. It was fucking stupid, but yeah, De Vries the next big F1 talent. But this shit is sick, man. How could you not want to watch this? Why? How would you not want to watch this? I still can't believe this guy dropped last season. Anyone remember his insane pole lap? Bottas' expression after being asked about the crash between Hamilton and Verstappen is priceless. That meme went everywhere. No caption needed. I miss him. Gets fired to replace Michael. Fuck, I just can't with some of these posts, man. I just can't with some of these posts.
Yes, Zornier. Max, listen carefully to me. Whatever happens, don't push too hard. We let her.
50k upvotes, man. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just not my type of humor, but I just can't with I can't with that stuff. Can I have reliable power unit for 57 laps? Red Bull powertrains. Best I can do is 56. What do you mean Red Bull powertrains? You mean Honda? Sad Valtteri noises. When a kid sees a functional family and realizes he has been abused. Okay. Video no longer available. My new favorite TV show. Next episode Sunday. Honestly, F1 Reddit slacking. F1 Twitter better. Minus the idiots. The Brazil fan reaction last year got Trevor from Reddit, but I couldn't find the actual post. Really? For the next 76 hours, you'll be able to claim a limited edition I Was Here for the Sackening Flare. Okay. He's got so much rare end. This is Seb. Seb knows that there are problems bigger than himself. Seb makes moral choices that F1 is scared to make. Be like Seb. The height difference just kills me. Rip Roscoe. All the way Mercedes. All the ways Mercedes. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. No, Matt Amos! Matt Amos. Matt Amos made this tweet, and I think it got like... Wait. Matt Amos made this tweet before Twitter had view counts. Yeah. 96,000 likes. How many views do you think this post got? He made this himself. Oh, bro. We have to pay $2,000 for a standing ticket to Miami GP. Crazy. We're just getting started. We're just waiting for the Aston to come out on track. Testing really started for the day. Bro, Reddit's just all boomer humor, bro. Okay, we're done with Reddit. Okay, wait. I need to search myself, though. You guys said search myself. All right. Ponden. But does this mean I got nothing? Does this mean I have nothing? Okay, nothing on Formula Dank. Damn. Mine is Aura. No, I know there's at least one post. I think. Damn, no Aura. Where's my own post? I thought at least my own post would pop up. Damn, zero Aura, guys. I'm on 4chan, though. I know that. I know I'm on 4chan, though. Oh, there we go. Is this my post? No. See, this pissed me off. This is what pissed me off. 1.6k upvotes, right? I don't know how many views that probably equates to. Max on his favorite overtake that he's ever done. That's tough, you know. It's also really hard to remember, actually, all of them. But yeah, I think if you look at what I think it was the coolest, it was probably the fight back in Brazil and the wet. Linking my video. I can't open this because Imga's banned in fucking UK now. Just took my video, uploaded it to Imga, and then put it on Reddit. And I messaged this person, and I was like, why did you take my video and just upload it to Reddit? Couldn't you have linked YouTube? And they were like, oh, sorry. I'll keep that in mind for next time. But the Reddit doesn't really encourage YouTube embeds. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You just took all those views. But then my opinion's kind of changed on this stuff now, where it's like, I just want to get my face out there as much as possible. But my problem is like, why don't you just credit it in the fucking like post? You know what I mean? Like but like, I wouldn't mind this if you just put video from Ponden or video found here. Like, it's not even in the comments. Like, I had to go comment, hey, my name's Ponden. I'm the interview in the creator of this original. I'm glad so many new people found this. For those who want to see the full original video, it's here. Like, there we go. Oh, they did post it. They did post it, but they didn't pin it. Anyways, if you guys want to see that interview, it's a few years old now. Almost 3 years old. Damn. Go check that out. Such a narcissist? Who, me? I'm a narcissist. What? I'm a narcissist because I want my content credited. Yeah, that's Reddit for you, yeah. We're on 4chan though, but I don't think I could go on 4chan. I don't think I could go on 4chan on stream. I also don't know how 4chan works. All I know is I was getting views from all I know is I was getting views from 4chan on one of my videos, and then I went on it, and it was just like people talking about the video. It was so weird. Oh, what does this happen? Oh, are we back? Are we back? Yo, are we back? The stream died? No, we're good, we're good. Okay, I think I figured out the issue. That was my first time recording this week, and my stream died. So it must be related to recording. It must fuck the bitrate somehow. So weird. Anyways, we good. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why happened there. My stream just dropped for a second. I think I've figured out it's now the recording that's causing it. Alright, let's go back to scrolling Twitter and news and stuff from today, but I just wanted to do a little segment there looking at Reddit stuff. I'll screw in the car today. Where's Aston Martin, man? We need Aston Martin. Oh my god, wait, Dom Dollar tickets are on sale soon. 1 sec. Fucking let's go. I haven't got an email, bro. Let's go. I better get a text soon. If I miss out on these tickets, I'm gonna be pissed. Soy the Goat Motor. Is Red Bull on track today? No, they are not. They are not. Where the fucking lights go out. You realize people were being flown in and paid to go and watch because it's so unpopular? Wait, what, the Miami Grand Prix? I mean, I don't know if influencers being paid to attend is them being paid because it was unpopular. I think that's just marketing. But, yeah. I don't think you understand if you're aware, but that's how it works, Ponden. I've understood that that's how Reddit works, but I'm saying they should credit people. Clout is currency. It's fucking 1:29 a.m. here and I'm staying up to see the Aston. Hell yeah. Go when the lights go out. That's what a narcissist would say. Okay. Even Dalai Lama is mentioned in the F1 subreddit. Oh my god. It's you, isn't it, Anna Pili? It's you. You're the one who runs the account. You're who's got the Dalai Lama account. The lights go out. When the fucking lights go out. Fucking lights go out. What is the VIP for 1 day work? Because someone's already bought it for the day. A Dalai Lama? No, Dalai Lama. He's a guy. He's a man. Oh my, it's this guy. All right, what else we got? What else we got? What the fuck? What was the last thing we looked at? I'm so sick of it. McLaren has just taken to the track for the first time today. Aston Martin is expected to have the most aggressive side pod design on the grid. Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting. Oh my god, Visa Cash App RB. Damn, Alpine being hooked up with the hash browns again. The shark fin is an aerodynamic element located on the engine cover extending towards the rear wing as seen on the Ferrari SF26 McLaren MCL. 40 different teams often use similar designs to improve performance. Its purpose, sorry, different designs. Its purpose, improves car stability in high-speed corners, helps guide air flow cleanly to the rear wing, reduces side slapping during quick redirection direction changes. Here we go. First look at Piastri out on track. McLaren looks good, man. The McLaren looks good. The Mercedes W17 introduced a distinctive approach to its front wing design by featuring only a single movable flap as part of its active aerodynamic system. This sets it apart from most other teams which have opted for 2 adjustable flap elements. Yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't want all your flaps moving. What's the benefit of only one? Seems weird. I asked AI to predict the 2026 season. The top 5 shocks of the season. The Red Bull Ford reliability crisis. Max Verstappen records 4 DNFs in the first 6 races. The testing disaster rumors regarding the new Ford power unit heat recovery system turns out to be true. The reigning champion is ruled out of the title fight by the summer break, leading to a public explosion of temper in the media pen at Spa. Hope not. Williams returns to the podium. Powered by the class-leading Mercedes customer engine and driving a slippery low-drag chassis, Carlos Sainz shocks the field by finishing P3 at Monza and P2 in Baku. Williams finishes ahead of the Red Bull in the Constructors' standings. Alonso's Newey masterclass in Monaco. The Aston Martin AMR 26, the first car fully influenced by Adrian Newey, lacks top-end speed but has monstrous mechanical grip. Fernando Alonso puts it on pole in Monaco and wins his 33rd race over a decade after his last victory, holding off a charging Lando Norris. Cadillac scores on debut in a chaotic rain-soaked race at Interlagos. Sergio Perez, driving the new Cadillac team, uses his tire whispering skills to drag the heavy, unrefined Cadillac into P9, scoring Americans' team's first points in their very first season. Oh, debut season. Hamilton versus Leclerc civil war. Ferrari produces a fast but unstable car. At the inaugural Madrid Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton collide while fighting for P4. The clash ignites a fierce rivalry that splits the Tifosi down the middle. Championship predictions. Mercedes, McLaren, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Williams, Red Bull, Alpine, Haas, V-Carb, Audi, Cadillac. Drivers' Championship. Bortoleto, Bottas, Lindblad, Lawson, Perez, Hulkenberg, Behrman, Esteban Ocon, Franco Colapinto, Pierre Gasly, Isaac Hadjar, Alex Albon, Max Verstappen 10th. Sainz, Stroll, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Antonelli, Piastri, Norris, Russell. I ain't reading all that. By the way, the curse of being second driver still continues. Guys. Stop with the Hadjar second seat stuff. It's not even been the first race yet. 2026 F1 regulations explained by Kat.
2026 regulations explained by Cats. Kitty is on a strict new diet. Kitty is now powered by even more sustainable kitty juice. Kitty's energy has changed. Kitty is now roughly 50% loud scream and 50% electric zap. Kitty has to balance the zoomies with the battery nap time. They want to run faster. On the straight, Kitty goes flat. Kitty puts their ears and tail back to slice through the wind. But in the corners, Kitty wants to turn sharply. Kitty puts their ears forward and tail up to stop and turn. Kitty was quick, but decided they were too chunky. Kitty is small now. They are shorter and thinner and fit in the tiny overtaking gap. Kitty gets a magic button. If Kitty is within 1 second behind, Kitty presses overtake. for extra spicy power. New year, new kitty. 2026 regulation.
I was about to roast this, and then I saw it had 430k likes, so respect, I guess. Respect. Yeah, super trucks are so sick. Maybe watch some more super trucks. Alpine on track. How are we getting shots from the grandstands now? Like, what the fuck? How are we literally getting shots from the grandstands? Yeah, that was the official Merc account. The fuck? What have you joined into? You joined into a kitty breakdown. Lockie, Lila, Rickert. Thank you guys for the follows. Yeah, that was a Mercedes official account. Listen how good it sounds, man. Listen to how good it sounds. Why haven't I got a text yet for these Dom Dollar tickets? Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah, for people that should have got it, I think we're just going to be chilling a little bit this morning. One, because I need to get these Dom Dollar tickets in like 10 minutes. And two, because we're waiting for the Aston to come out on track. But there's not much news, you know what I mean? Obviously, as the days go on, less and less news kind of comes out. But yeah, I just want to see these cars in action, man. I'm so sick of seeing these shitty phone clips.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up.
Stop! I can't anymore. In our world, there's only one R26. Damn, LP popping off on threads, bro. Reportedly, Aston Martin have left the pits and are on track. Aston Martin is on track, guys. Dalai Lama, I warned you. I warned you about these random ass picks. I warned him. I warned him. I said I wanted original. I wanted original. Non-reposted, funny content. And he went and posted him on a llama. He went and posted this one, which I've seen 7 times. And he posted this. He had his time. He had his chance. Yo, Aston Martin's on track. The Aston is out on track. Pictures will come soon. Let's go. The black McLaren looks sick. Yeah, I love that stealth livery. Stop, guys. I'm sick of it. All right, any moment now, we should see the Aston on track for the very first time. Any moment now. By the way, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ponden. If you haven't already, come join us. Start banning people. Well, I put my foot down. I warned him. I warned Dalai Lama. I said it needs to be funny and not spam. Cabento, what is up, dude? What is interesting, if Barcelona testing was live, lots of us would not be watching YouTube. I mean, well, that's the thing, right? Like, I think a lot of the reason why the streams have been doing especially well the last couple of days is because no one has anywhere to watch, so they're tuning in to my stream to like keep up to date with the news and see what's happening and stuff like that. So I'm kind of thankful that this has happened because it means so many more people have found my channel and found like what I do. But yeah, obviously even when preseason testing is on and is a broadcast, people still want to like keep up to date with the news. They won't get everything from the broadcast that they're looking for. Junami, thank you for the follow. I'm excited to see this Aston. Any second now, we should be seeing this Aston. What's up, Kelsey? How's it going? Let's have a look through Twitter. Let's get these ads out of the way before the Aston comes out. Who's out today? No, McLaren, Aston, and Ferrari on track. We've got V-Carb, Alpine. And then Aston's about to come out. Excuse me. Literally nothing on Twitter. What's in the Formula 1 section? Should I just leave this community? What? This is just dead. What the fuck is this? Can I leave? How do I leave this? Bateson. Not bad, just applying for like 1 billion jobs. How do you apply for jobs nowadays? Is it like LinkedIn or is it like Seek? Or is it like a new website? I feel like that must be like one of the hardest things, is like finding like places to apply and just having to fucking hope for the best. Do you stream even when there's an F1 race? Yeah, basically every F1 weekend I'm live. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I do watch-alongs for every single session, and then in between sessions we do different activities, look at the news, watch videos, stuff like that. Alrighty, David the follow. Seek, LinkedIn, or I sometimes email direct if that's on an ad. Right, I have a casual job, but they only schedule me for 10 hours a week. It's not enough. Right, okay. LinkedIn's a good source if you're willing to be faking and stuff. Yeah. I've never posted on LinkedIn because I just hate like flexing, or I hate like gloating. I don't know, it's just not my thing. But you kind of have to do that. You kind of have to gas yourself up. I hate my job, but I don't want to leave because it's such a pain to get another one. Can you apply? Can you apply for other jobs while you're still working? And then like if you get a sniff of something, then you can put your 2-week notice in or whatever. Where's the pics? Yeah, we're just waiting for the Aston Martin to come out now. Please congratulate me for my continued success. Yeah, but it's hard because as a content creator, like you need to show brands that you're good to work with and the stuff that you're doing. So like obviously Instagram's a good way to do that, but like LinkedIn's a great way to be like, hey, look, like I did this event, I did that, but you kind of have to gas it up. Like for instance, I've had a really successful month, so like this would be a good thing to be like on LinkedIn and be like, start off the year with a bang, X amount on this, X amount on that. Can't wait for February, but like, I don't know, it's just I just don't like doing that. I like talking about growth and stuff with like friends or like on the stream and stuff like that, but like making a post, it's just like, look at me, look at me. I hate doing that. LinkedIn, if you need a profile, you are not the right fix for this legend. LinkedIn, if you need a profile, you are not the right fix for this. Wait, what? Hate using LinkedIn as a marketing tool. Oh, right. If you need a profile, you're not the right fit for this legend. My job is kind of weird, not many options come up. Right. Not gonna lie, actively stream for the Shakedown was big brain from you, Ponden. It's how I discovered you. Hell yeah. Well, yeah, my thought process is always like, you know, what do I want to stream? That's always the first thing. It's like, what do I enjoy streaming? What do I enjoy doing? And like, I love F1, and if F1's on, I like to cover it. So that ticked this box. But then I was like, okay, Shakedown's not being broadcasted, so everyone's gonna want to know what's happening, where the news is, like how do I watch it. So I was like, I need to be live before testing starts and go live all day on the first day because there's so many people looking for it. And then obviously, as much as I'd love to be live 9 hours a day all week, there's just not enough to cover and enough to talk about for 9 days, for 5 days straight. So I like doing the 2-hour blocks because it doesn't feel like, I mean, right now I'm sitting here doing nothing because I'm waiting for the Aston, but like, I haven't felt like I've had to sit here being like, what do I talk about now? But that also helps because there's been so many of you guys in chat to just like chill and chat with. Well, actually, let's do something. While we wait for the Aston to come out, on track, I'm sure there's a lot of new people watching my streams this week or in the last couple weeks, whether it's from TikTok, from YouTube, discovering the Twitch channel, whatever it may be. So let's do an AMA. Ask me anything. F1 related, not F1 related. I'll answer as many questions as I can. Ponden AMA time. No dumb question is a dumb question. Go. Ask me anything. Matty Bomber, thank you so much for the 12-month resub. Really do appreciate it, dude, for coming in with a tier 1 for a whole year. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really do appreciate you supporting the stream. I'm so ready for the new season. I am so ready. So far, the season's been banging, and we're not even gone past the first test yet. AMT Lux, Monka Mikey, thank you guys for the follows. All right, AMA, ask me anything. What we got? Did you go to university? No, so I dropped out of high school in year 11 and did a media course for a year during COVID, actually, during the COVID year. So I have a diploma in screen and media, but I didn't do university, but I do have a diploma. And then, yeah, basically I went to my parents after COVID and was like, look, I want to do sports. I want to do sports media, but no sports running at the moment. Can I please have a year to just try streaming and content full time and see how it goes? And that was 2021, the best F1 season we've ever had. And it kind of flowed from there of, 1 year turned into 2 years, turned into now 6 years, 6 years full time, 5 years full time, 6 years, 5 years, going to my 6th year now full time. So yeah, I didn't do uni, but I do have a diploma. What else we got? What's the best livery of all time in your opinion? Ooh. I think the Vodafone McLaren... Well, livery versus car. I don't know. My favorite car of all time, like livery car combo, is the Vodafone McLaren from 2007 and 8. But I'm also like a sucker for the Red Bulls. So honestly, this year's Red Bull... Again, it might just be recency bias, but this year's Red Bull might be my favorite Red Bull livery of all time. So probably go the Red Bull as well. I love the Renault 2005. They're probably my top 3. Some underdogs. The Alpine 2021 is an underdog for sure. V-Carb McLaren livery from Miami as well. But yeah. Favorite food. I'm really weird. I just like, it depends what I feel like on the day. But 2 things that I order or eat a lot is burrito bowls. I get burrito bowls way too much. Although the burrito bowls in the UK are nowhere near as good as back home in Australia, so I don't eat them as much now. But I've been on the poke bowls lately. I fucking love poke bowl. I love sushi. I wouldn't say like I have a favorite food. Maybe it's a boring answer, but like burger. Like every time I go to a restaurant, I have a fucking burger. I feel like I have a burger like once a week, honestly. So maybe burger. 2026 World Drivers Championship champion. I'm gonna say George Russell. Got any contacts in Melbourne you can hook me up with? I have barely any contacts in Melbourne, unfortunately, Kelsey. What did you do for your education? I think I kind of answered that already. How do you make a chocolate cake? No clue. Is Bahrain testing being broadcasted? First Bahrain testing, only the last hour will be broadcasted. And then second test all day will be broadcasted. What's up, Jason? How's it going, dude? You're a Red Bull fan too? Oh, yeah. Have Red Bull fixed their car yet? No, they'll be out tomorrow, hopefully. Do you scrunch or fold? I'm a scruncher. What's your fave Dalai Lama meme? None of them. If you weren't doing this, what do you think you'd be doing? Okay, so I think there's 2 answers to this question. There's what would I realistically be doing? Like, let's say streaming didn't work out, content creation didn't work out. I think I'll be doing sports media in some capacity, whether that's live broadcasting. I think I always wanted to work on the live broadcast. You can tell me always getting pissed off at the F1 broadcast. I want to do live broadcasting. So like my dream in that sense would have been to be the director of the broadcast for a sport. Specifically, I wanted to do either F1 esports or UFC. They would have been like the 3 avenues I would have gone down. I probably would have started in esports just because I already had like connections and people there. And esports is just easier to get into. And then I probably would have tried to pivot to like UFC or F1 or something like that. So that's probably what I would have done, or sports videography, like making social content for a driver or a team or something like that. Yeah. That would be my realistic, what I'd probably be doing if I wasn't doing content. My dream job, other than being a content creator, is probably a new one. I'd love to be a DJ, man. I think that would be the sickest job. Just fucking play tunes all day, travel around the world, playing at different venues. Like, I don't know. I think it's like kind of with like the streaming aspect of like, I love curating something. I love like, you have like a 2-hour period, or like, it depends on streaming. Like you have like a period of time where you like go out and do something. And I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just loving music lately in the last few years. Like, I think that'd be like my dream job. If I wasn't doing content. If you have a choice to replace Miami Grand Prix with the Indian Grand Prix, will you do it? Yes. When was the last time you saw a car flip? A car flip? Like what, in real life? I don't think I've ever seen a car flip in real life, but on TV, whenever the last one that happened in F1. When are you going to address the Dalai Lama allegations? Stop. Still can't see anything about the Aston. They're apparently running in the next coming hours. Wait, so we were lied to? It's over now on track? Oh my god, I almost forgot about the dumb dollar tickets. Okay. What do you like to watch besides F1 in terms of sport? Obviously F2, F3, F1 Academy. Then I dabble in Formula E and IndyCar and WAC a little bit. Australian supercars. But in terms of non-motorsports, I grew up playing football. I played football for like 7-8 years. I mean, when I was young, I want to be a footballer, lol. For my teen years, I loved watching Counter-Strike. That was my favorite thing to watch. Nowadays, I don't really watch sports, but I loved UFC for a while. I try to watch UFC when I can. I like darts. Honestly, yeah. Darts, UFC, football, probably the 3 that I watch, other than F1. Who's your childhood hero? Oh, I feel like I had different heroes for different stages. Like, there was an era where I loved music and I loved Queen. So I loved Brian May for a while, the guitarist of Queen. That was that one stage I loved him. Growing up, I wanted to be Wayne Rooney was my fucking hero growing up. And then honestly, I just had like I feel like during my teen years, it was just like YouTubers. Like I always wanted to be a different, like every year there'd be different YouTubers I liked. Like it used to be like Gold Glove, and then like KSI and the Sideman, the Optic Boys, the Phase Boys. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I'd probably say my biggest hero, and I hate saying this now, is Conor McGregor. I think Conor McGregor is probably the person who inspired me the most during his like prime. It's a shame he's completely off the rails now. Well, it seems like he's sobered up the last couple months, which is good. Hopefully he comes back and fights. But like McGregor was my probably hero, who probably influenced me the most. Nothing will beat prime Conor McGregor, man. Nothing will beat prime Conor McGregor. So yeah, probably McGregor. When are you stop with the Dalai Lama shit, bro? Do you think Caddy are going to be a top team? Maybe in the future, but not now. Are you coming to the Portuguese GP in 2027? I wouldn't mind going to the Portuguese Grand Prix, even though it's not one of my favorites. But I don't think I'd like go out of my way to try to get to it. No. Oh, the white ball. Yeah, I like the white ball as well. Who do you want to win the World Drivers' Championship this year? Obviously, Red Bull and Max. I mean, Liam and V-Car would be sick, but realistically, Red Bull and Max. Unrelated, Tesla Model X and Model S just got discontinued. Wait, really? Excuse me. No chemicals in UK food makes all the food there so lame. How much do you make a year? I don't actually know the exact amount, but I wouldn't say the exact amount anyway, just because, like, I don't know, people are weird about that shit. I don't mind. This is the thing. I don't mind being open and honest about how much I earned. Like, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind to tell you how much I earned from yesterday's stream, how much I earned on YouTube, how much I earned from a sponsor deal. One, I can't really say how much I earned from sponsors, because then if I say I earned the X amount with this company, then the other company would be like, why are you charging us this amount? You charge this amount, blah, blah, blah. But people are just weird with it. Like, if I say I earn a good amount of money, people will be like, you earn that much amount of money? Fuck you. Like, you should earn that much. And if I say a low amount, then people are like, I don't know. You're poor. Like, I don't know. I don't care. But people are just so weird about money that it makes me not want to share. But yeah, with all my creator friends, I always am like very open and transparent and talk to them about it. You know, some people are more closed off than others, but any creator can come to me and be like, yo, how much do you charge for this? And I'll be like, X amount. Aston won't be running the engine 100%. No, they're going to be doing like a slow lap. Wait, what esports? So I played Counter-Strike competitively for like 3 years. Well, I played Counter-Strike for like 10 years, but like I played competitively for 3. So Counter-Strike was my fave. Who are your favorite F1 content creators? I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch F1 content. And it's not because I don't like other F1 content creators. It's just when you stream all day watching and talk about F1, the last thing you want to do is then watch other F1 content, especially when it's like, what do I gain from watching F1 content? You know what I mean? Like, I already see everything in the F1 world anyway, so why do I need to watch content? But I'd say Tomo was probably the first YouTuber I like properly watched in the F1 world, because I started watching around the same time he started making content. So I'd probably say Tomo. I always watched like the odd Matt and Tommy clip. I think what Bella James and Kai Francis are doing in the F1 space at the moment is amazing. I love what they're doing. Yeah. I will say, though, I do think the F1 content creator scene lacks so much in comparison to, say, like the football world and other places. And I can't wait to hopefully see in a few years when we can maybe get to that level where, you know, it's much more high production and like people are doing more stuff and cool shit. And like, I don't know. It's much smaller than other sports at the moment. Yeah. O'Donny, Carty Marnie, North Sky. Thank you guys for the follows. What did I miss? I just woke up. You haven't missed much. Cars has been on track. Lewis Hamilton had a spin. We're just waiting for Aston Martin to come out on track. All right, guys. Dom Dollar tickets go on sale in a sec. I'm going to continue this AMA in a sec. I just need to get these tickets real quick. Give me a mo. £66, bruh. Oh. All right, one sec. Now we're hearing the Aston will turn on in the coming hours. No way we're going to be waiting that long, bro. Why do people keep asking me what my sexuality is? I'm straight. Do you like UK more than Oz? I like aspects of both. I love the weather in Australia. I love certain aspects of people in Australia more, but I love certain aspects of UK people more. I think I just like the friendliness, everyday casualness of Australians more than UK. But in like certain environments, I prefer UK people. I guess it depends on the person and the environment, really. But I love living in the UK way more. I love London so much. I definitely want to go back to Australia one day and like raise my kids there and like settle down in Australia. But like London definitely for the foreseeable future. All right, let me get these tickets. Reload. What do you mean on sale? I just fucking clicked the link. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 tickets. Check out. What the fuck? I literally refreshed at 10:01 and they're already on final release. Done. Tickets gotted. What the fuck? Dom Dollar's crazy. Basically, how tickets work for sets like this is like they do first release, second release, third release, fourth release, sold out. And basically, the more the tickets sell out, the more expensive they get. And I literally refreshed at 10:01. Final release, fourth release. But we got them. Anyway, sorry. Back to the AMA. We'll wait for the Aston Martin to come out. Could have been the best PGL audio guy. Yeah, go fix that shit. I fucking hate audio. I would never do audio. Stream a Road to DJ series. You have nothing to lose doing that. I mean, that's the thing. I just have so much confidence in like myself in the sense of like whatever I put my mind to, I can make work. I truly believe like, yeah. And I think I have a lot I'm one of those people that like I have such like broad knowledge in so many different things. Like growing up, like I learned so much about different tech and like camera equipment, audio equipment, stuff like that, and you know, now I do social media and stuff like that. They're like, I look at something like DJing, which I have no knowledge in making music or stuff like that, but I'm like, I could learn how to do it. I might not be good at making music, but I reckon I could easily be like a good DJ who could like curate music and make a vibe and market myself and post on social and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where I feel like I could do that. I'm not saying it's easy to do, but I'm just saying I believe that's something I could do if I wanted to. But yeah, I was like, that's something I'd love to do, but I just don't have the time. And like, obviously this is already a dream job for me. It's like, why would I then stop this to go do something else? You know what I mean? What music do you listen to? I listen to anything and everything. I'm a criminal. I have one playlist with 4,600 songs in it. That ranges from pop to rap to EDM to old school music to rock. You know, music's from different countries. I just love anything and everything. Anything that sounds good in my ears. I truly think if you just enjoy the music, you can enjoy it. I don't know. I think some people get too closed in. Like, I listen to rap. I listen to this. I listen to that. It's like, just vibe out, bro. Just vibe out. Excited for the new Carnival record. Carnival? From the clips I see, no marshals around the track. Isn't it dangerous in case there is a crash, just car breakdown, or is there just a few at the moment since it is test only? Yeah, it is a few less. It's a lot less, I should say. Less cars on track and like less need for safety, I guess. Sky High Hornet, Panda, Iceman, thank you guys for the follows. Do you read any books? If so, what's your favorite? I used to read books so much as a kid. Like, as a kid, I used to read Captain Underpants, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Tintin books. What else I read? I used to read a lot as a kid, and then I just stopped. I don't know. What is your ranking of every year of streaming and content you've done from 2019 to 2026 by personal enjoyment? Oh, that's a banger question. Okay. 2019, I might have to put last just because it was the first. I only started streaming in October, and it was the first 2 months that I streamed, and I had no face cam. But at the same time, that was fun because it was like my first 2 months streaming. But that has to just go last because it was my first 2 months streaming, and it was whatever. 2020 was really fun. COVID year, but I was balancing it with doing real life. We're doing my course. 2020 was peak though. 2020 was peak. 2020 was great. Ooh. Wait, I might have to get a notepad up for this shit. Okay, so I think last is gonna be 2019. I think I have to put 2024 in second last because I obviously took 8 months off, came back, setup was a bit fucky. Good end to the season, but wasn't anything too crazy. I didn't really post short form clips. I literally just streamed. 2024 was not a great year in terms of content. 2024 was probably the best year of my life. As weird as that sounds after saying my year in terms of content was bad. But yeah, because I was doing so much stuff in my life, I just didn't focus on content in 2024. Then I'm probably gonna say I'm probably going to say 2023 next. That was the year I got really burnt out and led to me moving across the world. It was a good year in terms of like F1 content and posting on socials. I went to the LGP that year, did some content with the drivers, but I think in terms of my mentality and stuff like that, it was just in the mud. Actually, no, I'd probably go 22. 22, no, sorry. 22 was the start of the burnout year. It really like faded off after 2021. I started getting a bit inconsistent, stopped playing the game. 2023, but we had F1 Manager in 2022. 2023 was a decent year, actually. Short form posting, content with drivers, went to the New York season launch, went to the LGP. F1 Manager was popping that year as well. It's just the season was a bit bland, so it was like beating your head against a wall of like you're doing so much and getting such little back. Then I'm probably going to go... What was last year? Then I'm probably going to go 2025. 2025 was a solid year last... 2025... 2025 was good, but... 2025 was good, but it wasn't as exciting as 2023. Maybe I'm going to swap these two, actually. I'm going to do 25, 23. And then... Ooh. So 2020, 2021, 2026. Honestly, this year has been banging so far. For now, obviously, we're already 1 month into 2026. So I'm going to put that there. But I'm loving 2026 so far. It makes me so excited. Like, I've been loving waking up. If I'm just rating this month so far, like, been so fucking consistent. Short form's great. Everything's going fucking amazing. Like it's good so far. 2026 could end up being #1 if it continues like this for the rest of the year. Then I'm probably gonna go 2020 just because it was my first year streaming, so it was still bare bones. I moved house as well, so I like kind of my setup was fucked for a little bit. But that was like peak COVID, peak community era. And then 2021 has to be #1. I mean, we had the Baggett F1 season, first year doing watch longs. The growth was insane. Not gonna lie, the money that year was fucking nuts. I haven't seen money like that in terms of streaming and content for fucking ever since. And then yeah, it was just like the F1 game, everything. 2021 was the best year. It was banging. It was banging. So yeah, I'd say that's my order. 2021, 2020, 2026, 23, 25, 22, 24, 2019. That was a good question. Good question from Chris. Pogba or Mbappe? Mbappe. Yeah, European football, not NFL football. Breaking news, Stroll's car comes to a stop on the first lap. Wait. Have we got Aston Martin news? Have I been yapping this whole time we've had Aston Martin news? Are you lying to me? Okay, I'm getting trolled. Fuck off. Okay, it's an old photo. 2026 has to be top 3 already, honestly. What is your favorite song? Ooh, okay, so my favorite song. Oh, my favorite song of all time is probably "Out of Time" by The Weeknd. But it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard because there's too many good songs. "Out of Time" of The Weeknd. Can I give you my top 3? I don't even know what my top 3 is. I don't even know. I don't know. If I had to go for a recent song that I like, I'd probably say Out of Time by The Weeknd. And if I had to go like my favorite song of all time, I'd probably go Wonderwall by Oasis. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one. I think the greatest song of all time, not my favorite, the greatest song of all time is Bohemian Rhapsody, for sure. Who do you follow in the feeder series? Honestly, a lot of the Red Bull juniors. One, just because like, obviously being like connected with Red Bull, I got to interview a lot of the younger guys. So I like to keep my eye on them, or I get the opportunity to interview them occasionally. But who's a recent driver that I'm kind of looking at? I'm trying to think. Because, like, I followed Liam. Liam made it to F1. Followed Arvid. Arvid made it to F1. We did a stream with Frederick Vesti back in the day, and now he's reserve driver for Mercedes. So I don't know if he counts as a feeder series driver. Gabriel Mini followed me on Instagram the other day. Maybe I'm a Mini fan this year in F2. I mean, I hope Libby Sharp, Kiwi, does well in F3 this year. I don't know. I think it's kind of like I keep my eye on a lot of people. I respect talent, and like I could just go Leo Fornaroli. I want to see him in F1. I have a lot of, and Kamara. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm a Kamara fan or a Fornaroli fan, but I want to see Fornaroli and Kamara in F1. And because I'm like, oh, I want to see talent, I almost end up supporting them because I like to see talent. Does that make sense? You can say, oh, you're a glory hunter, but it's like, I don't know. I just think I want to see the best talent in F1. So of course I'm gonna cheer on Fornaroli and Kamara. Who do you want to win the V8 Supercars in 2026? Brock Feeney. He deserves it. After his... Has Brock Feeney won the championship before? He hasn't, right? Because he was getting beaten by Shane, and then Will Brown came in and beat him. And then last year was Chess Mostert. Was it? So yeah, I'd like to see Brock win. It popped up on my feed and I freaked out. How did you become an F1 fan? Drive to Survive. Randomly, for some reason, one night in April 2019, I decided to open up my parents' iPad, open up Netflix, and I saw Drive to Survive, and something just made me want to click that. And if I had to never have clicked that, who knows where I'd fucking be today, which is crazy to think. New viewer here. Were you a Danny Rick fan? Yeah, I love Danny. I mean, he was probably the driver that got me into the sport through the start of Drive to Survive, obviously being an Australian. I wouldn't say I was like a fan of Daniel. I obviously loved Daniel. He was one of my favorite drivers, and he would be one of my favorite drivers if he was in the sport. But he wasn't like the driver that I was a fan of, just because I knew that his time in F1 was kind of coming to an end, and I didn't want to support a driver that was on his way out. And I'm glad I didn't, because that was a tragic period. So I kind of went, I initially supported Leclerc when I first got in the sport because he was young and I don't know, something about him just appealed to me. But then in 2022, I kind of started to get sick of Ferrari and him being stuck at that team. And after watching 2021 season, I grew a big love for Max, and Max was my second favorite driver. And then after joining Red Bull and being a part of the team and, you know, meeting Max and interviewing Max and stuff like that, Max pretty easily became my favorite driver. And then I followed Liam through the ranks, and then once he made it to F1, he was obviously my fave. Would you consider covering other categories in motorsport like F2, F3, F1 Academy? We watch F1 Academy every single week on the stream. It's free to watch, so we watch it on stream. And F2 we do watch alongs for as well. F3 I don't do watch just because it gets a bit too repetitive watching F2 and F3 every weekend, but yeah. And yes, we did Indy 500 watch along last year, so we'll do that again this year. Never tell anyone how much you make outside of family. Like I said, no. Well, I don't mind sharing it. It's just other people make it weird. From the clips I see, no Marshall wear with that. How do you get the Max interviews? So I'm a content creator for Rebel Sim Racing. So in 23, I got to go to the Oz GP with the team. And 24, I got to go to Austria GP with the team. And through that, I got interview time with Max, Checo, Daniel, Yuki, Liam, the junior drivers, Daniel. Did I say Daniel already? So that's kind of how it comes about. Do you know F1 Gamer? He's from the UK too. I see his streams always pop up, yeah. You should watch F1 card openings if you want stream content. They're really interesting. True, I see Mini Minter and Zerko have started like card collecting accounts, and they have always they're always unboxing F1 stuff. I actually saved Mini Minter's video to watch at some point. Is the Esteban on track? Damn, dude, can you show something else? The spinning clip is starting again. Okay, let's put a different clip on. But I just had this in the background while we're chatting about stuff, because there's been nothing happening on track. What clip can I put on? Should I put the clip of Lewis spinning? Well, stop! Where's the clip of Lewis spinning? Is it this one? No, where's the clip of Lewis spinning? La 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 la. Can someone link the clip of Lewis spinning? Oh. I literally had it here this whole time. Who's Dom Dollar? What genre of music? Is a tech house DJ. I've been addicted to watching the pack openings. Yeah, I'm going to the Tops offices next week, so hopefully we can do some stuff with Tops this year. I've obviously loved Tops for years, so looking forward to that. Chat. I want like a Mark Goldbridge for F1. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Maybe more on the like Mark Goldbridge is very analytical, very Manchester United focused, but his kind of like going live, covering everything to do with Manchester United, kind of like the place you go for Manchester United is kind of like my goal for F1 is like, I want people to like be like, okay, something's happening in the F1 world. I want to go see what Ponden has to say. I want to go see what his community has to say. I want to see what Ponden's doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of like what I aim for really with the F1 space. A bunch of Sidemen have opened packs. Yeah, I'm going to watch those at some point. Esteban is set to run later on Thursday with the final checks being completed in the garage according to the race. I saw what you said about Prime McGregor and he was entertaining, but bro was definitely easily beatable. Easily beatable. Man was a 2-time champ in 2 different weight divisions for the first time in the UFC. Easily beatable. Well, what are you saying? What does that even mean? Easily beatable, but he won. He won. What does that even mean? Sorry, I'm going to defend McGregor though. That's for London London difference. I think outside is very friendly. True. Okay, Discord is getting obnoxious now. Yeah. It will stop at some point. Would you recommend living in London? I'm thinking moving there after flight school. Where do you currently live, Sky High Hornet? Yeah, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's expensive. I saw something the other day. It's the 4th most expensive city to live in. And sorry, 4th most expensive housing market. And the 2nd most growth in the housing market in the last few years. So it's fucking expensive. But if you get the most out of living here, like, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I fucking sit at home all day streaming, but I don't know. I don't know. I think the best way to put it is I love the culture here. And I don't mean like I love fucking beans on toast. What I mean is like, I love how there's so much happening in London. There's always stuff happening. There's always events going on. And like, no matter what you do, like you could like fucking crochet or you could love anything. And there's a community of people in London that are doing stuff like that. Whereas in Australia, it's very limited. You know what I mean? It's very, like, everything's very spread out. And like, I feel like in Australia, everyone does the same thing. Like, everyone does Pilates. Everyone does, like everyone goes to the beach. Everyone does the same shit. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just love it, London, how like diverse it is, where it's like, I got friends who like this, who like that, who like this, who like that. And it's just like, everyone does, I don't know. Like, I really like that about London. Have you ever received or had the opportunity to work in F1 as a content creator for the team's social media and be present at all the races? Not necessarily an opportunity, but like, I mean, it's something that I could maybe pivot to, but I'm just not when I've had the opportunity to stay doing it for myself. It's definitely something I've thought about. Like, would I rather work for a company / a driver and, you know, get paid consistently and travel and do work for someone else, and I have like a time that I clock on, a time that I clock off, and I can live my own life? Or do I prefer being my own boss and doing my own shit, but I then have to deal with all the cons that come with that? But I obviously opted to stick doing it myself, because everyone I speak to who works in F1 or works in a normal like 9 to 5 or whatever always say, like, if you can be self-employed, stick at it. So yeah, but everything has its pros and cons, right? As someone who's moving to Oz in like a few weeks, what's a few tips you would give there? Ooh, in Oz. I don't know. I was so much younger when I lived there, and I like lived with my parents, so I don't really have like, I don't know, many tips. I guess just like, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything specific to Australia, but in terms of moving, just like get out there and just like do shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's different, right? Like, I think I've learned since moving, like, everyone's different. Advice, you kind of got to, like, find the advice that works for you and take it. I don't know if that makes sense. Get a mullet, yeah. You got to see Dom Dollar in Christchurch. You get to see Dom Dollar in Christchurch. Oh, that's going to be good. Enjoy. Would you recommend living in London? Oh, I read that. Should I take a break for 15 minutes, or should I wait it out? Take a break. Take a break. You deserve it. DJing isn't hard as long as you know your tracks. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Well, I mean, I don't want to underplay it, but I think it's like something that you can do easily, I guess. Yeah, one playlist of the way. No lap times. No live timings for this test. Is music just beeps and boops at the end of the day? I mean, yeah. Can rely on me for the bangers. Captain Hut Underpants. Holy shit, nostalgia. Don't know if y'all saw Aston is going to be on speed limit at the start. Yep. How's it going, Agalos? Welcome to the stream, dude. Favorite Grand Prix you've been to? Australia. AusGP. Like, you can say that's biased, but AusGP is my favorite. I love that Grand Prix. It's so well put together. The weather, how close it is to the city. Yeah, I think street circuits are the best Grand Prix to attend. Because getting in and out of the track fucking sucks. But at street circuits, it's so easy because you're already in the city. The Aston has reportedly hit the track, though. I don't think it has yet. That was a lie. Bro, just get Stats FM so you can see your most played stuff statistically. True. Can there be a separate Dalai Lama channel? Because I'm dead ass just trying to see the F1 news. Yeah, it needs to get cleaned up. Next time I scroll through, I'll start timing some people out. So if you've been spamming Dalai Lama stuff in the F1 chat, you've got your chance to go delete it now before you get timed out. Most white song ever. You're saying Oasis Wonderwall's the most white song ever. Okay, have you been at the club at 4 a.m. singing your heart out to Wonderwall? No. Well, maybe you have, but it is good. Is the Aston on track? Not yet, Ivan. Not yet. BMTH cover of Wonderwall? I don't think I've heard that. Root, marry, kill from this year's grid. Okay. Do you reckon the quantity of high-profile electronic artists is better in the UK rather than Oz/NZ? I mean, I feel like DJs and stuff have existed for longer in the UK, or like the scene's bigger in the UK. So yeah, there's more in the UK, but like, you think the talent that's coming out of Australia, like Dom Dollar, Fisher, Odd Mob, Rufus the Soul, I'm probably missing a lot more. We're up there. Slater's getting Freddie Slater's getting far for sure. I hope so. Sullivan's great. Driver you think should have their eye on an F1 in 2026? Keep your eye on. I don't know. Maybe Arvid. Maybe Hadja. I don't know. Are you a gamer? I used to be a big gamer. I used to game all day. And now I barely play games because I'll stream and make content all day. The last thing I want to do is then sit at my desk and play a video game. Yeah. I'd be playing the shit out of Arc Raiders right now.
Maybe we can all go on Flight Radar 24 and track the box that Aston Martin's car came in to see when it opens and when everything starts moving. Also, why is Freddie Slater getting fired?
Freddie said getting fired? No, Freddie said he's not getting fired. Mr. Hoppy, thank you for the 100 bits. Wait, is Aston Martin bringing another box? Is that what's happening right now? You have time? There's no timings, Piota. There is no timings. Thank you for the 100 bits, though, Mr. Hoppy. I appreciate it, dude. Also, Rohan, Lucas Senna, Fluffs. Thank you guys for the follows. Love the stream, by the way, Bonson. Was it because of the Claire crash in Miami those few times? You left Ferrari? I don't know. I was just getting, like, sick of, like, them being shit. And I don't know. You can say I'm Glory Hunter, but I don't know. I still love Leclerc. It's just, I don't know. People are like, you only like Max because you're at Red Bull. It's like, Max was my second favorite driver. I supported him in 2021. Your opinions change. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, if Lando Norris just starts being a fucking idiot and, like, saying outrageous stuff in interviews, are you going to still support him? No, you're probably going to change who you support because of that. You know what I mean? And I'm not that Leclerc did anything outrageous, but you just naturally drift and support people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Check soy motive for update. Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. Are you planning on going to any GPs this year? Same as last year. No plans, but would like to aim for Silverstone. Yeah. When is F1 Academy starting? I think first race is in China. Wait, is it in China? I don't know. Do you watch Nürburgring 24 hours this year? Yes, we're going to be watching Nürburgring 24 hours, and we're going to watch Max compete in the NLS 2 race in a couple weeks. Have you ever been starstruck? I don't know what the definition of starstruck is. I don't know. I don't even be nervous around the drivers, but, like, the nerves have gone down over the years. Is that still on track? Not yet, not yet. Why did FOM decide they want a private test yet? They tell everyone about it and reveal bits of info. Well, it seems like it was more the teams wanted the shakedown and then F1 had to comply. I honestly thought Dom Dollar was Damian Illard's basketballer. Wait, what? Sup, Sean Dad. What would you do if he said, okay, yes, would go? Wait, what? The names of my 2 Wi-Fi networks are Harrison Fjord and Dali Farmer. Okay. Well, the MotoGP riders market silly season seems to have begun. A big bombshell signing apparently is close to being finalized. Interesting. 2-time champ with 0 title defenses. You saw him face Khabib. Now imagine him facing Islam. But they're different eras of UFC, man. They're different eras of UFC. That's like saying, oh, Lewis Hamilton's 7 titles are shit. He's so beatable. If Lewis versus Max in 2014, he would have lost. It's like, okay, I'm not disagreeing with you, but you can't deny Lewis Hamilton's era was good. Saying Conor McGregor's run in the UFC isn't worthy because he got beaten by Khabib 10 years later. That just makes no sense to me. Sorry, I'm a big McGregor defender in the sense of, like, people disregarding his prime because of where he is now. Like, call him shit now, call him a druggie now, call him whatever you want now. But disregarding his prime because of where he's at now, like, hell nah. Would you ever consider doing a history F1 race watch-alongs? Not necessarily watch-alongs, but if I can watch the footage on stream, which we've done before, then yeah. What is your headset? This is the HyperX Cloud Flight S. There's something clocking off work and not thinking about it all the time, or till the next day. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I really struggle with is, like, so for instance, right? I haven't seen Avatar 3 yet. I loved Avatar growing up. I want to go see Avatar. I was thinking about booking myself tickets to go watch it on Sunday when I've got no stream on and whatever. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you lazy fuck, you should be editing. Even though I've streamed, like, done, like, what? 3 times, 2 times 5, 10, 12. Even though I would have done like 13 streams this week and edited all this shit and blah, 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 blah. I still am like, you lazy fuck, you should be working. You know what I mean? And I think that's the worst thing that comes with being like your own boss, being self-employed, is like, you just don't clock off ever. Constantly thinking about it. Worst part of being your own boss is no schedule. You can slip up very easily. Yeah, I definitely slipped up in 2024 and a few times in 2025. I've been super locked in this year. I love how I answered that question like 20 minutes ago, and I'm reading the responses to it now. Oh my god, you guys asked so many questions. It's hard for me to catch up. I mean, there's no more to DJing than knowing tracks and phrasing. But for a popular genre like tech house, it's basically all the same technique for every mix, as long as it's in key. Yeah, exactly. I already timed them out for a day. Okay, thank you. Well, hopefully, part of me is like, fuck. I hope people who were actually behaving didn't get timed out. But then again, like, maybe it was time. The new AMR 26 will race in total black as required by the regulations for those who have not presented their official livery. Okay. Aston going to use a black livery today as they haven't submitted their official livery. Okay. All right, I'm going to quickly catch up on these. No more questions for now. We'll go back to the AMA in a minute, but let me just catch up on these ones and then we'll go back to the F1 news for a bit. Can you also start a channel for F1 technical discussions? I could, but I kind of like just having this the one place for stuff, you know. Aston gonna use, wait, I read that. Gonna take like half an hour to delete all the Darling Armor memes, yeah, honestly. Have you ever been to a D&B festival in NZ? I've not been to any drum and bass. I'd like to go see Chase and Status. But they're probably the only like drum and bass people that I like. After Michael Schumacher at Fry was just PTSD until Kimmy, but it was out of nowhere, so 2008 onwards was all pain. Where would you want a New Zealand Grand Prix to be held? I mean, hometown, Mount Maunganui would be fucking sick. But, I mean, Auckland's probably the most viable, right? How much Stats FM Plus costs in the UK? I'll pay for it right now. I actually have no clue. I need to get Stats FM, though. I just need to link my shit. Who you got for Volk versus Lopez? Is it Lopez? How do you pronounce it? Volk. I'll go Volk. How's it going, Luca? I'm the stream, dude. Self-employed small business owners is just like having demanding baby you love. Exactly. Wait, I swear you said you had tickets to see Avatar one night. Yeah, I ended up not going in the end. Do you think racing will be fun with super fast straight but slow cornering speed? I have to wait and see. I honestly have no clue. To be honest. Wait, shit, you're from the Mount? Holy local. Yes, I grew up in Mount Maunganui. All right. AMA done. That was fun, actually. Part of me is like, I want to keep doing that. I was enjoying answering those questions, but we just did that for like 45 minutes, so that was kind of banging. Thank you guys all for the questions. I hope you learned something about me today. What was the most interesting thing you learned? All right, let's go back to some news. If you're just tuning in, we were just waiting for the Aston to come out, so I was just doing an AMA. You guys could ask me anything, I was answering. I think we got a few questions in YouTube chat that I didn't answer, so sorry, YouTube. That's why you're going to be on the Twitch stream. Thanks for addressing the sexuality question. Oh my god! Wow, I think I scrolled too far. It is... You learned nothing. I did not hear the answer to the Dully allegations. Okay, bro. Auckland Street Circuit will be sick, though. I scrolled way too far. Where the fuck were we? I think it was around here, right? I'm so fed up. Go. Is it this? Has he come back on another account? What the fuck are you doing? How do I IP ban someone? The tweet is of the bait joke prank type. Don't believe this, for God's sake. It's obvious. What? Aston Martin is set to run later on Thursday. I've seen like 14 times. What is this? Doesn't exist. Red Bull will not be testing Barcelona today. Yep, we knew that. Oh my god, so many repeats. Oscar Piastri make his debut. We saw that. How was he going so fast? Good straight line speed. Hedger 344 kilometers per hour. Damn. At Spain, these cars are quick in a straight line. More laps for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. 42 laps for the Italian driver with his Mercedes, and Hamilton has 41 with his Ferrari, which is logging a lot of miles. Wow, we're already 2.5 hours in today's stream, and I low-key would normally have ended by now, but I'm waiting for this Aston, man. I want to see this Aston before I end. Another weather report for Barcelona is Gile and race suit weather. Summary of the times after the first 2 hours of day 4. Antonelli, 17.9. Damn, Mercedes are locked in on the 17s. Lawson, 19.7. Hamilton, 20.2. Perez, 23.2. Oh my God, Cadillac. Have Cadillac got a time below a 23 yet? Why are you reading TikTok chat? I won't have none of this. I'm sorry, Nancy. I've got too many chats to read, so I just focus on Twitch. What are your technical thoughts regarding the state of beans on toast for dinner? Banging. Love beans on toast. Been banging out the beans on toast lately. Cheap. Not bad for you. Good protein. V-Carbon Ferrari. There's a lot of excitement here to see the AMR 26. Is Audi on track today? I don't think so after all the issues yesterday. Piastri Antonelli. There's a chase on track. Look how close the Australian is to the Mercedes driver. About 4 seconds behind appears the McLaren. They're not racing each other. According to Giuli, the new Aston Martin AMR 26 will run in total black as prescribed by the regulations for those who have not presented the official livery. Nothing if not dedication. Shout out the race this week. Shout out the race. You climbed a hill just to see some F1 cars. I would have just driven up there. Fuck the law. Okay, but you need like a 1,000mm lens to be able to see from. You need a literal telescope to see from here, though. Okay, bro. Get the telescope out. Get the binos out. Red Bull will not be testing in Barcelona. Oh my God, I've seen that post like 14 times. Discord. If Discord find a way to like I wish you could, like, you know, in the settings of a channel, right? You could go edit channel and then make a setting like delete dupe posts. So like if I go, for instance, if I posted this exact same link, it would then go, this has already been posted, deleted. You know what I mean? Like, surely there's a bot. If there's a bot for that, because I've seen this post 6 times today, at least 6 times today. Oh my God. Right. Aston, hurry up, bruh. Hurry up. I mean, it seems like a lot of you guys are keen to see the Aston as well. We've got 600 people chilling on YouTube, 300 people chilling on Twitch, waiting for this. Oh! That is all cool, but did you know Red Bull won't be testing in Barcelona? Did you know, guys, did you know Red Bull is not going to be testing today in Barcelona? Yeah, Aston Martin's testing today. It's the last car we're waiting for. Oh. I did leg day like 3 days ago. How about leg still sore? No, you listen here, young lady. If you don't read TikTok chat, you'll know about it. Okay. Fight me. Finally, something new to piss Ponden off. Dalai Lama McLaren livery Red Bull news. Just watch the Aston launch video, Ponden plus video to pass the time. Might have to. Did you know Raikkonen almost bankrupted Lotus? Really? Alright, we've had the spin video up for enough time. Whoa, if that fucking linked my number, I would have been pissed. I would have been fucking pissed. Holy shit. I would have actually thrown my, oh my God. Holy shit. Thank God they put asterisks over that shit. Oh my Lord. That was almost terrible. Guys, Red Bull would not be testing in Barcelona today after Hedges crashed. They're still waiting for replacement parts. Lap times, Kimmy's got a 17.9. Set up the auto dialer. Your secrets are safe with us. Oh my god. Oh yeah, should we do some F1 GeoGuessr while we wait? Actually, I need to go to the toilet first though. Also, no, actually, we got some videos to watch. Let's watch a video while we wait. Video to kill some time. We haven't watched a video today yet. F1 driver versus 25 kids.
Hoy, 25 niños más rápidos
del país. Alright, let's watch F1 driver Alex Albon versus 25 kids. I need to go to the toilet, so I'll be back in a sec though.
I told you they weren't going to be testing today. I showed you what the car looked like after the crash and you said, and I quote, "What is this shit? Stop."
Wait, I told you they weren't going to be testing today. I showed you what the car looked like after the crash and you said, and I quote, "What is this shit? Stop." Wait, I can't tell if you... Wait, you're trolling, right? Okay, I'm confused. Mr. Hobby, saving the 100 bits though. Guys, Hockenheim isn't on the grid for 2026. Nope. We should add gambling to the stream. Nothing pisses me off more than when people are typing exclamation mark gamble, exclamation mark gamble in chat all stream. Physique check. All right, we got terrible nerd neck though. I'm trying to fix the posture. You have to crack 2 people with a combined age of 42. What age do you choose? Wait, that literally makes no sense. 21 and 21? What? I think you fucked that up. How often do you work out? Since November last year. Since November, I've been going basically 5-6 days a week. Since my gym opened. I've been absolutely loving going. Like I genuinely like fiend for it. Like I never thought I'd become like a gym bro, but I wouldn't say I'm a gym bro. I'm not like one of those people who's like, oh, I'm gonna maximize this. I'm gonna hit my fucking protein, all that crap. Like I'm just like, I just enjoy it. And like, I haven't been able to go the last 2 days and I'm like, fuck. Like I definitely feel the difference in my body now and my energy and stuff when I don't. Like yesterday's Red Bull stream, I just felt way more tired and sluggish. That is just because I'm tired at the moment. But yeah, I go like 5-6 days a week. I'm really enjoying it. But when I first started going, it was just like getting into the routine of going, getting my fitness up and like, you know, learning and stuff like that. And I saw like heaps of difference in the first month. Well, I was kind of going like sort of like home gym for a bit. Anyways, I saw a big difference and then I kind of plateaued for like a month. And anyways, the last, let's say 2 weeks, I've been really focusing on eating more protein and like getting my dieting better. And I can feel a difference. I can see a difference now. So yeah, I think if I keep this up, I will actually see more progress because I definitely plateaued. I wasn't eating enough to compensate for how much I was going to the gym, and now I am, and I can see and feel the difference a lot. Start training full body every other day. You get better stimulus in your muscles and more days off. But I like going every day. I don't want days off. But yeah, I know there's better routines and stuff like that, but I truly believe if you do something you enjoy, you're going to be more consistent than doing something you don't enjoy. So I just do what I feel like I enjoy doing, and then I just end up going every day. Have you seen any progress? Yeah, I have. It's been really good. That was probably the most motivating thing was basically I just started feeling shit about myself. So I started going to the apartment gym and I just started going maybe like 3 times a week. And then all of a sudden after like a couple months, I saw a difference. Like I physically lost weight in my face and lost weight on my body. Turns out I lost 6 kgs in like 3 months. And then that really motivated me because then that like flicked a switch in my head of like, oh shit, working out and exercising actually helps you lose weight and actually helps you look better? No way. And then like ever since then, I've just been like, not addicted, but like, I'm like, now I don't know, once you see the progress, it like makes you realize you can do it. Because I think for years, like I look at gym bros and I'm like, oh, I'll never be like them. You know what I mean? Or I look at, you know, people who go on big weight transformations and I'm like, oh, I don't need to do that because I'm not overweight. So then seeing progress in my own body made me be like, oh, I can do that. What the fuck? Are you aiming to lose weight and gain muscle or just strictly lose weight? Well, I had no weight really to lose. I just had body fat around my face and like stomach that I wouldn't even say was like fat. It was just like, I don't know. But I did lose weight. So I'm definitely trying to gain weight for sure. Consistency is definitely more important than training. But yeah, exactly. You got to enjoy it. Okay, what did I get pinged? Why did I get pinged? Some solution may work for duplicate messages. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sebri. I'll how do I mark that as unread? There you go. I'll take a look at that after the stream. Thank you. Parkrun Ponden coming soon, guys. Parkrun Ponden coming soon. All right, have you guys seen Lewis spin enough today? I don't think you guys have. All right, ad's about to play. I need to go wee. I'll be back in a sec, and then we're gonna watch this quadrant video, and then hopefully the Aston will be out on track. Yummy. Let's play some Nickelback. I'm a bit undecided on what to do now. Because if the Aston's not going to come out for another hour or two. Because lunch is... Wait, lunch is in an hour. Yeah, I think I don't think Aston's going to come out before lunch. So... part of me is like, should I just end the morning stream now, go live in the afternoon? But then I'm going to miss when it first comes out on track, which sucks. But then we'll have all the photos and videos of it being out on track to talk about. I was hoping to stay live until it came out, but I just don't think that's going to happen now until after lunch. But it's been good. I feel like, I mean, all I'm going to do is watch a quadrant video and then we don't have anything else to talk about. So like, I don't know. May as well just like end now before we watch the vid, and then go live in the afternoon. I think that might be better. Yeah, I mean, there's things we can do. We can play F1 GeoGuess. We watch the quadrant video. We can keep chatting like we are now, which I'm really enjoying, by the way. But I just don't think there's going to be anything more now. That's will make its debut in the afternoon. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we're not waiting anymore because it's not going to be out for another couple hours. All right, let's cover the last little bits of news that have come out since we've been yapping, and then I think we'll wrap it up there. It looks like there's nothing anyway. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Aston will debut. Wait, I saw that. Fuck me. Aston 20 AMR 26 will make its debut this afternoon with Stroll. Antonelli, Mercedes, Hamilton, Ferrari, Piastri, McLaren, Lawson, RB, and Perez, Cadillac are currently on track. Antonelli's fastest time of the morning was 1:17.0.
Every fucking driver, get out of my way! I'm Liam Lawson! I'm Liam Lawson! You're jealous that I'm quicker! Here's my middle finger, Liam Lawson! I'm Liam Lawson! Christian Horner! Fuck you! Helmut Marko! Fuck you! Danny Rick! Fuck you! Team Strategy! Fuck you! Alonso! Fuck you! Every fucking...
Do you think Liam likes that song? Maybe I'll ask him. I'll ask him. We share the setbacks. Happy birthday, Mercedes. is that real? Thanks for the kind words, Porsche. Here's to a future continued innovation, always striving for the past. That is funny. That is funny. Shut up, Porsche, for that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap up the morning. I think we're going to wrap up the morning stream for testing. We've been live for almost 3 hours, which is longer than I've done for the previous 2 days. So, hell yeah. I really enjoyed today's stream. I mean, there wasn't much news to cover, but I really enjoyed the AMA. It was fun. Appreciate you guys asking all those questions. And then, it's fun to look through Reddit and just talk about some other stuff. But yeah, it looks like there's not much really other news to cover. Now we've got 1 hour left until lunch. Then we'll have lunch. Then the Aston Martin will debut in the afternoon. So we'll go live in the afternoon to cover all of that. So be sure to tune on in for the second stream. That will be in 4 hours time. So 3 p.m. UK time. So yeah. Anyways, to give you a little rundown of what's happened this morning. Not much. We've got Cadillac, V-Carb, McLaren, Haas, Mercedes, all on track at the moment. We've got the Aston coming out after. But yeah, thank you guys all for joining in for the morning session on YouTube. I'm going to end the stream there. Come join us on Twitch if you haven't already. Twitch.tv/Ponden. And come join the Discord as well. Discord.gg/Ponden. If you haven't joined it yet, everything to do with me and my stream is posted in there. You got the schedule, you got the live notifications, and you got the events tab, which you want to make sure you set interested in on all the events so you know exactly what's happening and when in the F1 world. And you got the lovely F1 chat that's filled with Dalai Lamas half the time, which is annoying. But yeah, if you got any memes or funny posts or anything you want me to react to on stream, chuck it in there and I'll take a look at it. Anyways, YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you for the afternoon session. You're going to get sent over there now. Bye-bye.